Hello, my terrific mid 439 students. Here's Dr. A with your week 4 instruction and rundown of how we're going to get our learning done this week. This week is going to build on last week. Last week I asked you to design a rubric and to create an interactive presentation for one of your content areas. I'm really excited to see what you've come up with. So this is how we're going to apply all of that this week. This week's about feedback and assessment. And we started to look at feedback and assessment, or assessment really, with the rubrics last week. So we're going to continue with that first with 2 readings. First thing is chapter 2 out of the New Art and Science of Teaching by Marzano. I will let you know I have not scanned this into Blackboard because you should already have your text by now. But read chapter 2, all about using assessment, some really good information in there. The second text is actually scanned into Blackboard because this is not one of the required texts, but it's still one of the best books that I think you might want to consider investing in. Management in the Active Classroom by Berger, Strasser, and Woodfin. In this one, you're going to read Practice 15, which is how to give good feedback and critique students. They talk about 3 key elements of feedback that you should incorporate. It's one of those big takeaways that I think you will want to practice in practicum this semester and utilize in student teaching and really embed into your practices as you move into your career. 3 key elements of feedback. Be on the lookout for those, remember those, use those, and practice those this week. And that's where we're going to get into next. So last week I asked you to create these interactive presentations. Now we're actually going to view those. We're going to share those. We're going to present those to an audience. I gave you the option of either a live presentation. If you chose that option, check your email for how we're going to schedule that. If you wanted to do a recorded session, this is how it's going to go. So Friday, the 4th, you uploaded a video to YouTube of you practicing this this recorded presentation of your interactive lecture. That cannot be the same video for next week because that was practice and we can improve on practice. So I want you to record another video, another attempt, be better, and you're going to share that with 3 of your classmates. I've assigned 2, and I'll talk about that in a second. You're going to send that video and all your related materials, your handouts or worksheets or whatever you've created to go along with this interactive presentation, to 3 individuals. You're going to want to do that sooner rather than later to give them enough time to give you feedback. So you're going to send it to 3 people. 3 different people are going to send their video and materials to you. So you're going to then take 10 minutes or so and go through their interactive presentation, fill out their handouts, practice, engage like you're a middle school student. And while you're doing that, you're also going to be filling out your rubric that you created for their presentation. So say Bob, Sally, and Jim all send me their video and their handouts and everything. I'm going to use the rubric that I created to evaluate Bob, Sally, and Jim. I think those are the names I said, on their presentation using my rubric. This is more for you and for your benefit to see how your rubric actually plays out. Hopefully you're reflecting on the rubric creation process and you're like, oh my gosh, this line in the rubric doesn't make any sense, or they had a really good presentation but the rubric says that their score is really low, or maybe it's the reverse. Maybe they had a presentation that was really, really weak but your rubric gave them a really, really good score. So it's a good opportunity for us to kind of see our rubrics in action and how they work. So you're going to evaluate each of them. You're going to send a copy of your rubric to them and a paragraph of Oreo feedback, qualitative feedback. Now, what is Oreo feedback? This is another thing that we practice with middle school students. So think of an Oreo, and I really wish I had one for visuals and snacks right now. But an Oreo sandwich cookie, you've got 2 outsides, and then you got something in the middle. So when we give feedback to students, one way to do it is in the Oreo method. So how we do that is we highlight a positive Then we give some constructive criticism, and then we end with another positive. You never want to just highlight all the negatives that a student does. But you also want to give them an opportunity to grow. So we give them a positive, some constructive criticism, and then a positive. So I'm going to be looking for you to practice that and structure that. So when you give some feedback to a peer, you're going to say, okay, I really like this about it. Here's some constructive criticism, and then here's another positive, different than the first one, so you're not just restating it. And I'm sure that you can find a lot of really good things. So you're going to write up just a short paragraph for each of those videos, and you're going to send that to that individual along with a scan of your rubric that you use to evaluate them. This does not count as a grade. You're not actually officially giving them a grade, but it is an opportunity for them to see different rubrics and how they would have done with your rubric. So it's just a way of sharing some information in an applicable way. Plus, you get the feedback of how can I improve my interactive presentation. So it's very incorporated throughout. So you're going to present your interactive lecture either live or recorded. You're going to view those. You're going to give feedback. And then you're going to write up that qualitative feedback. So rubric, qualitative feedback in Oreo format. When you're done with watching your 3 videos or your 3 presentations, if you're in the live group, you're going to put all of that into a single document and you're going to upload that to Blackboard. That's how I'm going to give you the grade for, okay, you did all your feedback, you're good to go. So you're going to upload one single document. You got to combine that into one PDF or one Word doc for me. And you'll upload that to Blackboard, but you'll also send the individual pieces to the individual presenters on your own. If you've got any questions, let me know. I'm really excited to help. Just to let you know, this week we're not going to do the same format of office hours where I just sit there from 1 to 3. I only had one awesome person show up for that, so I think that format needs shifting a little bit. We're going to do it by appointment, so let me know and I will make myself available for you to, we'll figure out a time to Zoom, or I'll be in my office a little bit more next week where we can sit down and chat. So if you have any questions, let me know. Remember, Oreo feedback, qualitative feedback, Burgerstrasser and Woodfin, you've got your 3 components that you're looking for out of this book, the reading that you're going to check out. Enjoy your Labor Day. I know you've got Monday off. If you want to take it off and just relax, go for it. If you want to take it as a day to get caught up on work, fantastic. Whatever you do, make it a great week, and I will talk to you later.